Hello, good evening, and welcome to Gab's Drams Christmas special, end of the year special. Well, the one before Christmas. You wouldn't know, would you, with my hat on and my ho 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 jumper? It's Gab's Drams Whisky of the Year. It's been an interesting year for me for whisky. And I tallied up about 40 bottles last year. Some ranging, the cheapest was £32. The dearest was £860. £860. I spent a total £3,967 in whisky. I opened an awful lot of bottles last year. I also, towards the end of the year, I get the Cadenheads pack supplied to me. They send me them free of charge, so they're free. Everything else is purchased. And it's good because it gives me a chance to run through everything Cadenhead is going to release. You all know I buy a lot of Cadenhead stuff, but I still buy them. But that now gives me a chance to buy more other stuff. So it's been a real interesting year for me. So we're going to, before we start, no, we'll start with my best grain whisky. Okay, so I don't buy a lot of grain whisky. I buy a little bit of grain whisky. I don't buy a lot, probably 3, 4 bottles if I'm lucky. And the best grain whisky this year was for Little Brown Dog. If you can see it, you can see it there. It's a 26-year-old. When I reviewed it, I said it was 25-year-old. Now, Little Brown Dog bottled it, and the guys that bought the cask is WFFA. It's 57.8, and it's a bourbon cask on the grain, and it's very nice. You normally get these in sherries, but no, this was bourbon. A little bit sweet and a little bit harsh, but that's because we're used to drinking malts. So I would say that was the best grain I bought this year. And saying that, I only bought 3 or 4. But I think you might be able to get that. I'm not sure. Now, the rules to this, I meant to say this before this started, the rules to Gav's Drams is I must have bought it in last year, 2023, and I must have opened it in that year. Availability doesn't matter. It's what I thought it was good, and price doesn't matter. Now, the price of that was £65. It's an Invergordon, so I think that's damn good for that at 57.8%. So that was basically my best grain. My best Scotch whisky, which has got grain in it, was 7 stars. Now, 7 stars, and it's a 30-year-old. The availability of this, I don't know. I think it'd be hard to get. I would imagine there's a few people got this on shelves. So it's worth opening. Whether it will make a lot of money, I don't know. It's 7 stars. It's £85. It's done by Cadenheads. It's 48%, and it's a sherry butt. Now, 2 grains in it and 5 distilleries, 5 different areas, 5 different regions, and that's how it's made up. There's definitely Highland Park in it. The Highland Park, to me, I'm not a Highland Park fan. It's sherry, but Highland Park does something to it, and it makes it really nice. It's a lovely sherry whisky. It's gorgeous. 30-year-old at that price. Again, availability, I'm not sure. So it's a good whisky, and and I buy quite a lot of whiskies like this, and it's probably the best I've tasted this year. So that was good. Now, I'm going to have a wee sip of my whiskey of the year, my dram of the year. Have a wee look at it, if you like. I'm going to have a wee nose at it. It's gorgeous. Oh, tropical. Very, very, very tropical. Very tropical indeed. A little bit of bitterness, just a lightly bitterness in it. Every time you taste this, it tastes different. It's absolutely, it is a belter of a whiskey. So I'm going to tease you with that. My best blended malt, which I just found a couple of weeks ago, is the Cadenhead's Enigma 15-year-old. Now, whether that's sold out or no, I don't know. That's coming in at £65, 48%. Now, these are all non-chilled filtered, non-coloured. It's only two blends, and it's Kilkerran and Hazelburn. And there's more Kilkerran in it than there is Hazelburn. And it's absolutely delicious. It's just, the marriage of these two drams are unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. Goodbye, I would say, and I buy quite a lot of blended malts, but I think that was definitely the best. About the Kilkerran and the Hazelburn, it's just perfect, absolutely perfect. Now, we come to the big one. As I said, it's all about taste. It's not about availability, and it's not about price. But there are some absolutely cracking whiskies out there I got this year. And one, two really surprised me. And this one really, really surprised me. And I got this in Calendar in October for £46. And it's King's Inch. And there's a wee story about King's Inch, but I'll not go on. Basically, the people that distilled it went in and used the distillery with their own equipment, their own grain, their own barrels, their own bottles. And it's a very light, it's a very pleasant whiskey. It is a bourbon whiskey. And I would say really close. The whiskies I'm going to show you here gave my whiskey of the year a run for money, but they were different. Availability, I think you'll get that. I think you'll get that in the shops. I think the availability in that is quite good. The other one pleasantly surprised me. Think it was overpriced, mind you. I got it for Calendar as well, and it was £90. There, it's there. And it's a Craigellachie, aged 11 years of age. And first filled sherry, and then it was put into a barrique cask. That's different, absolutely different. There's no way a beginner would like that. I think the whiskey connoisseur or the whiskey geek would love this. I think that's available. I think if you look about, you'll get that. Because that's the kind of whiskey that people won't buy. Tricari is the bottler. Never heard of them before. They do quite a lot of stuff. Quite expensive. But £90 for an 11-year-old is a bit on the dear side. But it's a good whiskey. And it certainly gave it a run for the money. The other one is a 10-year-old Craigellachie again. And that's a bourbon barrel. And that's a Cadenhead's bottle. And that costs £50. And I reckon that probably sold out. Great value for money. Completely different from the other Craigellachie. Completely. Craigellachie's a great dram. It really, really is. I've never tasted an official bottle on Craigellachie. It's all independents. and it's just a lovely, lovely bottle, but completely different for the barrique. The shock of the year, the one that really surprised me of the year, when I got my sample packs and saw this, and I says, well, I'll need to do it. I'll give an honest opinion, but I'll not like it. I'd made up my mind I wasn't going to like it before I opened it. And it's a Brazilian whiskey, and it's 5 year old, and it's absolutely gorgeous. I'll put this in blind tastings, and a lot of guys thought it was a Mulvaney 15 year old. It is absolutely superb. If you can get your hands on this, I definitely would go for it. Might be sold out, and it will be £45. What a bargain. What an absolute bargain. Lovely whiskey. If you like sherry whiskey, you'll like that. I'm not a sherry fan, and I like that. It's just right. It's just beautiful. So, down to the whiskey of the year. There it is. It's made up with four. It's a 21-year-old. It's made up before four casks, and they really all work with each other. There's 45% bourbon in it. There's 20% sherry in it. There's 20% rum in it, and there's 15% port in it. And again, I didn't think I would like that. I'm going to have a wee nose at it, and it's just tropical. It really is just tropical. It's beautiful on the palate. There's a wee bit of fizz in it. It just works. It really works. There's so much going on in it, and every time you get a taste, you get something different. So, have you guessed what it is yet? It was £260. A lot of money. It really is a lot of money compared to some of these at £40, £50. I think it's worth every penny. It's the nicest whiskey I've tasted this year. There's no doubt about it. It's gorgeous. So, what is it? Some of you all know. Here she blows. Springbank 21. Absolutely gorgeous. Now, I hear a lot of people saying that they've got a budget and they won't buy whiskies like that. I understand that. I get that. Maybe I'm lucky. I can spend a lot of money on whiskey. But if you buy whiskey regularly and you've got a fair stock, 5 bottles at £50 gets you that. So buy less whiskey and more expensive whiskey. More expensive whiskey is not necessarily better. It's no, because some bottles here at £50, £60 are absolutely great whiskies. But this, I know people that will have this on the shelf because this will probably go at over £1,000 auction, probably more. If you've got this on your shelf, guys, you know what I'm going to say. Get it bloody opened, because it's an absolutely cracking whiskey. So, thanks for watching. Drams Whisky of the Year is Springbank 21. It's absolutely gorgeous. You'll see me again before Christmas week, before the New Year week. This will be my last viewing up to Christmas, which is only 4 days away. Have a great time with your family. It's a time to enjoy with families. Don't drink too much. Eat as much as you can. And there's lots I can say about Christmas. It's not the greatest time of year for me, but life goes on. Press the bell, press the subs button, If you'd like to buy me a coffee, you're more than welcome to buy me a coffee. Thanks for watching Gav's Drams over the year. Thank you for the support I've had over the year. Thank you for all the feedbacks and all the comments. So, Gav's Drams, Springbank 21. Thanks.